morning, people. Hello. Just remember there's a delay. That's the part that I always forget.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But how are you doing today, Miss Alanda, outside of it's raining? I don't know. Did you guys get the rain?
Yes, we did. Actually, I had a moment about that because my internet was doing some wonky stuff. So I was running around trying to problem solve. And then I realized it was the panel. I had to press the button.
Oh,
It worked.
gosh.
I realized my cat couldn't drink, which is why he keeps drinking his water. He's right behind me.
Kitty
Because that
cat.
poor baby's went 3 hours with no water.
Poor guys. So, just so you guys know, there is a storm coming in and out of Texas. We have had thunder and lightning, at least here in the DFW, all since somewhere around, I don't know, 2 in the morning. It woke me up. And then, through my whole shift, it was doing things. So, just in case it comes back and the internet gets a little
Yeah.
insane, you at least know we're still here. We're trying to get it to come back. Hopefully, you guys are not in areas that have had these tornadoes coming. I've seen Missouri had a couple over the last couple days. So if you are being affected by that, I'm very sorry, and you are in our thoughts and our prayers. But let's see. So Alanda is a good creator, and she sent over this long list of things. And I'm a bad creator. I've just seen them. I was like, okay.
No, I just knew my ADHD would send me all over the place. And since this is on your channel, I wanted to make sure that, I don't go off somewhere crazy.
Okay.
This is going to help me stay focused.
Oh, girl,
Hey,
it would not be anything new because that's what I do all day. That's all I ever do. I'm always in different places. But I do see Carol, how are you? It's been so long since I've seen you in Australia. I don't even know what time it is over there. But good to see you. We've missed you, girl. How you doing? And I know yesterday when I posted that video, as it had posted, I had seen your video come up, and I watch from the TV now, right? So I forget that I have to go back and put in comments later. And as I'm watching, I was like, oh my God, she looks so good. I got to tell her. I was going to text you and tell you. And then I got a text from you. And I was like,
watching your video.
I was like, okay, well, I guess we are on the same wavelength because we have the same thought in mind. Oh, sorry, the other chair's still here. I haven't got rid of it yet. And thanks, Nicole. Yeah, I got a new chair because the other chair, this one's a lazy boy with arms that move. And I just haven't moved the other chair yet. It needs to come out of the office, but it probably never will. I'll probably just use that one for work and use this one for filming forever because you know how it goes.
I do.
But
well, can I introduce myself?
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm Alanda. My handle is Alanda180, and I chose 180 because originally I thought getting to 180 would be easy because I'd been on a GLP-1 before, and I thought, hey, I got to 180 on the GLP-1, so I can do it again. It's been a struggle. The earlier part, I started at 264, so really 265 pounds. And I lost 40 pounds pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. And then I lost another 20. And then everything slowed down. So as much as I claim in my head getting to 180 was easy, it wasn't. I finally just hit 184.7, which gives me an 80-pound weight loss after being in a 9-month stall.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And you know what's funny? I thought your name was because you were doing a 180.
Oh, no. Because when I was on Saxenda, I dropped down to 180. And I was like, and at that point, I was like, I lost 40 pounds on Saxenda. So in theory, I had a lot of water weight, and then I lost actual weight. So I was like, oh, that was easy. It took me 2 years because Saxenda is a slower one. Mm-hmm. But, I was like, I can get to 180 easy. Easy. No. I also thought I was going to lose 100 pounds in like a span of 6 months. That's what social media can do to you. Because I was like, they're doing it. I can do it. Yes. No.
Yeah. I think that's why I try to stress so much to people, like, don't If you are doing something and it's working, don't let what other people are doing influence you, because, I lost my first 120 pounds on my own. The first 115 pounds came off super quick within 5, 6 months. Then the rest did not. And then people told me going on Manjaro was going to help the weight loss come off, and I didn't have to do anything. So guess what I did? I reverted back to my old crappy ways. Yeah. And then it took a really long time for it to start coming back off again.
Yeah.
And I should have known better, because I was already struggling. It took a whole year to lose 5 pounds. I should have known better. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I let what I was seeing around me just get in my head. And I wish I would have never done that. But my biggest plea to everybody is just don't do that. Don't listen to other people who are telling you you don't have to do anything, because it is work. It's not magic. I wish it was, but it's not.
Well, and that was part of my issue when I first got on the med. Hold on one second. Chris, can you close your door?
But hi, everyone.
He's in there watching Mission Impossible, and it's loud.
He's watching WrestleMania, so I had to close the door too.
But originally, when I started looking, no one really talked about like the protein, what they were doing. It was truly take the shot, and the shot is working. So that's where my mindset was. And that's kind of what I did when I was on Saxenda. I just took the shot. It wasn't until I started hearing other people saying, oh, I'm gonna have to work out. Oh, I need to do my protein. And I was like, what? There's more to this? Oh. And then that's when I had to actually do my own research to understand what GLP-1s do, and that it wasn't the magic pill that in my head it was like the magic shot, that it was actually going to be a journey that I had to embrace. And even at that point, I didn't realize all the good, bad, and ugly that was about to come with it.
Yeah. I think, my entire life trying to lose weight, all I ever did was say, if I could lose the weight, if I can get to, this and this place, that everything's just going to be peaches and creams. There's nothing going to ever be wrong in my life. I never knew, well, first, I never knew anybody who lost a substantial amount of weight and kept it off. So then I never knew what was really going to happen during that journey. And that, to me, is just so sad that more people don't talk about it. They don't talk about the heartache and the pain and the confusion. Sorry, as always, my computer's dying. I got to plug it in. But I don't know. I mean, what is it like? What's the most unsuspecting thing, like the most just crazy thing that happened to you during this that you were like, what the? I never imagined that.
It was okay. So it's kind of like being in the Wizard of Oz and someone pulled the curtain back. I didn't realize that I had become invisible. I didn't. I just continued to put my kids first. I focused on my kids, and my kids were me. Like that was my thing, my kids. And so even when my kids went off to college, it was still like they are me. It wasn't until I started losing the weight and realizing my clothes didn't fit. So now I need to actually think about what to wear, because I didn't know, and I didn't have a style. My style was sweatpants and sweatshirts. Like that was me. Or for work, I wore dresses. So that became an issue. Like, oh shoot, I gotta find clothes. Oh, what do I wear? My 24-year-old was like, don't be inappropriate. And the first little skin body dress I wore, which I already had, but I put it on. I got some looks. And I'm a natural smiler, so I smile everywhere I go. Even grocery store, I'm all like, so when people started smiling back, I did a turn like, are they smiling at me? It was like I realized I had to be me, not just mama. So that has been the hardest thing, which is all encompassing. I have to figure out what clothes I wear, what I like to wear. the fact that people are now speaking to me, hi, good morning, hey, other than Chick-fil-A. But I mean, like Chick-fil-A, they're like, good morning. I'm like, good morning. But I'll go into Walmart, and a lot of times the people are not very happy. And, I'm all like, hope you have a good day. But now I walk up and they're like, hi. And I'm like, hi. I'm no longer invisible. And that's making me have to realize, who am I? Who am I? Which is one reason why some of my videos, I try to change my little intro. I'm a teacher, a mom of 6. I'm like, you're more than that. But again, I still don't know who the hell am I other than being overweight and hiding behind my kids.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I don't have kids. For those of you that don't know, I did not have children. I wish I did, but I don't. But the one thing I did notice with not just myself, but like other people, not even on weight loss journeys, just as they age, they don't know who they are anymore without their children, without their children's activities. When they move out of the house, like, what do they do with themselves? And that was always something that I would try to like keep in the back of my mind, anticipating having kids one day, right? Like, I don't want to only be this because I need to be me too. I had no idea that I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Like, I knew I didn't wear, like, I love Ayuga. But all their stuff is like tight. And I was like, oh, I don't do tight. Like, I don't do leggings outside in public. Like, no, we don't do that. And I had to just say, you know what, let's just try. And now I'm like, oh, I'm putting on these leggings today. And I'm gonna wear a shirt, and I don't care if it doesn't cover my butt or my booty. Like, I'm wearing it because it makes me feel good and it's really soft. It's just trying to figure out the I in my world, because I lost my I for a long time. Yeah, I was all about we.
Is there anything in particular that you're trying to do to try to figure out who you are? Like, is there anything that you're like, okay, well, I'm going to spend 5 minutes today thinking about what I like?
No. I actually, I wrote this earlier. I said, I'm like Sam's Club. I'm just going to try it. Like, if it's right there, I'm going to try it. So a lot of times I'll go to stores. I don't film all the time, but I'll go to stores and I'll try on outfits that I would never wear. Kind of like the Walmart button-up bell-bottom flare. Oh, I would have never worn that. Like, I'm short, so a short person with flare was like, ugh. But when I put them on and I felt how I felt, I was like, oh yeah, I love these. And I didn't buy them initially. That was my bad. But I went back and got them. So it's just really, my mind is open to almost anything. Like, I really want to put layers in my hair. I mean, I'm wearing earrings now. I didn't like wearing earrings because I felt like that brought attention to my face. And, again, I had on my invisibility cloak. And I'm like, I'm gonna wear earrings. I'm gonna wear rings. We'll just see what happens. So I'm just trying out everything to figure out what's gonna make me comfortable. What about yourself?
So for me, well, I've lost 271 pounds.
Yes.
And I still have, 78 pounds to go to get to the top of my
What
goal.
is that? On your video, you said that my goal is to finish it out this year. And I was like, what's the number?
My top of my goal is 135 pounds. And, I'm only 5'2". So I'm a very short person. And I've never been a normal size ever. And so I don't know how I'll feel there. I don't know how I'll look there. I don't know like what's going to happen there, but I know I'm going to get it by the end of this year. And if anybody tries to tell me different, you can just go live in your Delulu land and I'm going to live in my Delulu land, because it's just the way it is. It's going to happen. It's a done deal. So, but for me, I am barely figuring out. I mean, I've said this for a long time. I never got to have a style. I never got to say like, oh, I want that because it fits. I want that, and I like it, and it feels good, and it's cute or whatever. Never in my life. Everything had to be because it fit and it's cheap, period. And there was no choice ever for me. And now that I have technically choices, I feel like I still don't have choices.
Gotcha.
I feel like everything still has to be what fits and what's cheap. And then that's it. Like, who cares if I like it? Because I don't know what I like.
Yeah.
You know, like even what I'm wearing right now, my mom bought me this dress for the cruise. And if she wouldn't have bought me a dress, I would not be wearing it. So I don't know how to buy clothes. I don't know what sizes to look at. Like those 2 pairs of jeans that I had bought, the jean pants.
Yes.
He made me get them. Well, the second pair, he bought them. The first pair, he made me go get them. And I'm like, and all the other clothes I have is because Nicole sends them to me.
Helping her out with her style.
Right? I'm like, and I appreciate it so much because I won't do it myself.
Yeah.
I won't. Like, there's a mental block for me to do that. And people just think, oh, it's easy. Just go buy something. It's simple, but it's not for me. Yeah. For me, it's like, how? How do you do that? I don't even know.
Yeah. I made a trip to a store. My son had a event, so I went, and then I realized they didn't want us in there for 2 hours. They were like, parents, you can go get something to eat or sit in your cars. And so I went to a store because I was in an area of town I would normally never go to. And I tried on some clothes, and they had a whole little section of lace shirts. So I tried on, you could lace, girl, that means see-through. I was like, well, let's just see. Let's see. I can always like wear another shirt under it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also had on some shorts. So I tried on a couple of the shirts, and I walked out and I looked. The mirrors were tiny, tiny. And there was really no lighting inside the dressing room. The lighting was on the main hall to go into the dressing room. So I walked out and I looked, and the girl, she kind of peeked over and she's like, that is so pretty on you. And so I had to take a photo. Because sometimes I can't see my body. Okay. So if I take a photo, I can then look at the photo and be like, oh, that's me. And so I ended up taking like maybe 6 to 8 different photos, wearing 6 to 8 different shirts. And I walked out buying 3. And I would normally have never worn lace. It's see-through. But it's just that getting out of my comfort zone. And it probably did help that she kept looking at the shirts and kind of critiquing a little bit. She wasn't being too rude. But she was like, it has a lot of open spots. So you'll want to do this or do that and do this. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I hadn't thought about that. And so the 3 shirts I actually got have really small cutouts. Because I was like, well, I don't want to complicate this. I just want to be able to put it on and be okay. But yeah, I get that. I had to branch out.
I feel like, okay, so Nicole says that the hardest mental part for her has been, even though she's lost 151 pounds and she's maintained it for 6 months, is that she often still feels fat. I am still fat, but I understand, because every time I walk past a mirror, I don't always recognize myself. I don't realize it's me.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
Were you, or did you avoid mirrors?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Like, now I look at myself, brush my teeth. Like, I literally stand in the mirror and brush my teeth. But that's something I realize I now do. I now floss my teeth in front of the mirror. A lot of times I'd walk around picking out my clothes for the day, brushing my teeth to avoid the mirror. I just didn't look at the mirror. What was the point? I knew what I looked like. So, yeah,
but did you? But did you know what you look like? Because I bet you didn't.
I really didn't. And to be honest, co-parent and I had a conversation today, because he saw me wearing my workout outfit, which is very skin tight. I'm going there now. And he said, how much have you lost? And I was like, 80 pounds. And he's like, wow. And I was like, what do you mean? How? And he was like, how did you lose 80 pounds? And so I had to show him photos. And there was photos where he's in the pictures. And he was like, wow, did you AI that? I'm like, dude, you're in the photo. No.
Like you were there.
But even he couldn't see that I was as large as I was. And for a moment, I was kind of pissed. I'm like, why the hell y'all all let me get this big? But a lot of times they didn't see it. They didn't see me expanding. And if they couldn't see it and they actually look at me, it was definitely hard for me to realize just how big I got.
It's like I tell people all the time, right now, I can't comprehend how much I've lost. I can't comprehend this like smaller body. But I
Mhm.
also, it worked in reverse too, because I didn't comprehend how big my body had gone. Even though I spent most of my life at 300 pounds, after that, I didn't realize just how much more.
Yeah.
I saw the number on the scale, but I didn't understand
Yeah.
until I saw pictures.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. So one thing that I am trying to actively do now is to take a picture when I wear something that is not my old clothes. Because I do have the old clothes. I keep them, especially the pants, because I want to be able to remember.
Yeah.
Because we do forget. And I don't want to forget because I don't ever want to get complacent and fall back into it. So I
Mhm.
intentionally take a picture at least once a week. And then I just try to go back and look like, okay, this is where I started. This is where I'm at now. Just to try to help my mind slowly catch up because it's, I don't know, it's like molasses right now. It's not moving, but I need to help it do something while also helping myself to recognize the work in the mirror.
Yeah. And there's a conversation in the chat about that. I wonder how long will it take us to feel our new smaller selves? And people are like, I don't know. And I agree. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Especially since the people around us see us every day.
yeah.
They don't really understand because they don't see the dramatic changes. They see the tiny changes along with us.
Yeah.
Where I'm a little bit different, where my entire family is 1,700 miles away. They're either in California or they're in New York, and I'm here in Texas.
Mhm.
And so I don't see anybody. So when I do see them, if we FaceTime or if whatever, they are shocked by what they see
Yeah.
because they're like, wait a minute, because they aren't seeing the small micro changes every day. They see the macro change. And it's like, but I don't see it because I
No.
see myself every day, even if
Yeah.
I avoid the mirrors. Even if I avoid them.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I can't see the conversations going on in
Oh,
your chat. I can only see them in mine.
no, I think they're all in yours because I didn't link my link. I linked
Let
your
me
link.
see.
Looked at old pictures and been shocked too. How big yeah, it's strange to see how big you were. And
No,
even
it's
in one of my pictures, um, I laughed at myself, but one of the pictures, I'm standing there holding a Chick-fil-A cup. He was like, what? That's you? And I was like, yeah, dude, that's me holding a Chick-fil-A cup. And we both just kind of looked at each other and laughed because it was one of the, a pretty big cups, which we both know probably had Dr. Pepper in it.
I found it. So for those of you guys who are in maintenance or at the very least very close to it,
Mhm.
have you guys caught up mentally to what you see in the mirror? Have any of you? Because I know Kim's at maintenance. She just got there. Nicole's 6 months. I know Jen's in maintenance. Um, I'm not sure who else here is in maintenance,
Nicole
but
said it's about a mirror.
Nicole bought a mirror.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. I know she avoided mirrors too. She was very, very avoiding of mirrors. So Kim says that my husband has looked at old pictures and been shocked too. How it that neither one of us saw me as big as I was? It is because we saw the mini little micro changes every day alongside each other that our brains never caught up. It works both ways, even though we don't think it. Like we think, oh, I would recognize it, but you don't.
No.
You don't.
Yeah. And like you, I still have a couple of outfits that I hold on to. And I've said the story once before on a live. It was my Old Navy experience. I saw this lady coming into the dressing room with a bunch of different sizes.
Mhm.
And, you know, when she came out, she was talking to the other person. She's like, oh, this is a size, blah, blah, blah. And this is a size, blah, blah, blah. And they had a denim sale. So I was like, well, let me go get some denim. And in my mind, every time she said a size, I was like, oh, you kind of bigger than what you're saying. At that point, I thought I was still a 14. Because remember, I wore dresses. I had tried on a 14, a 16, and then I got to an 18. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I fitting into the 18? And then I put on a size 20. That one actually fit, but I refused to mentally buy them. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I will stuff my ass in these 18s and call it a day. But and in my mind, I apologize for all that judgment I put on that woman. Because again, in theory, she was actually smaller than me. Like her number that she called out was smaller than the number I actually walked out the store with. And I just did not see it. I did not see that I was that size.
I don't know
Even
how it
with
happens,
me,
but it's weird the way that our minds work, but they do what they got to do. They do what they got to do to cope. I mean,
right.
maybe if we would have realized where we were in life in that time, maybe it would have sent us into a different kind of spiral. Instead of
Yeah.
being able to help ourselves get out of it, it would have done different. Who knows?
And I also
So,
think as our bodies try to self-preserve itself,
mhm.
to protect itself, I also think our minds also have to do that. They have to protect the constant change. Like, oh no, we're not gonna look at nope, nope, we're good over here, we're good over here, even though physically our body is warping into a different version of ourselves.
I sometimes think of it like if you were to get injured right now,
Mhm.
you might feel some of the pain, but you don't really feel it until later because
Right.
your mind is like, we need to fix this right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It shuts off so that you don't go into shock.
Yeah.
It's a very, in my brain, it's a very similar situation to what we're dealing with losing weight or gaining weight.
Yeah.
And it's scary. Like, I
It
want my
is.
brain to catch up. But
Yeah.
were you like this too? Sandra says, I didn't take before pictures because I couldn't handle seeing what I looked like before. I know I was big, but in my mind, I was 50 pounds less, which is where I spent most of my adult life.
Yeah, that was definitely me. And when I started seeing a photo that I did not like, that's when I started moving people in front of me or hiding in the background. And I'm like you, I'm a shorty. I'm 5'3". So
Hmm.
I'd be like back there with the tall people, my face hanging in between people. And they'd be like, Alonda, you come up. And I'm like, no, I'm good over here. Or a couple of my pictures, which I had to stop doing. They're not even my pictures, they're other people's pictures. I would bend down into the prison pose, the on the knee pose. I would do that because I thought sideways I didn't look as big. I kid you not.
The prison pose.
I would, I'd be like all bent down. Or I would do the cute side, but everyone else is like this standing. And so I'm literally in the front because again, I was trying to be as small and as invisible as I could be. And if you're going to make me move to the front, well, I'm going to get comfortable.
And see, that's why I thought it was weird when you said, I didn't realize I had become invisible, where I knew I was invisible and I wanted to stay that way. I did it on purpose. I needed the invisibility that the weight gave me. It protected me from the world in so many ways, but as much as it hurt me, it was protecting me too.
Yeah. No, I
But
didn't.
Hargerine, I had zero idea. At least according to your doctor, have been in maintenance since December. Congratulations.
Oh,
That
good
is
job.
amazing. That is amazing. I don't have many pictures of when I was bigger because I won't let people take pictures of me. And then there's that. Hey, Darium. Nice to see you today, sir. Ooh, hi, Teddy. I get that because there are no pictures that I know of
Mm-hmm.
me at my biggest. I do
Mm-hmm.
have a couple videos where I'm probably around 400 pounds that I took
Yeah.
from screenshots of videos that I had taken because I was already on this journey. I was already posting the videos on YouTube. So there are very few that show my whole body, but when I do find them, I try to screenshot them so that I can have them
Yeah.
to see the difference. But Teddy said he's very close to maintenance and he's still trying to figure out what that's going to look like. That's that's what I hear a lot, because obviously I'm not in maintenance. I don't know a lot of people in real life who have gone on, weight loss journeys and kept it off. So I have nobody to talk to about it. But when I read stories or read Reddit or, magazine articles or whatever, people say similar things. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's scary. Jen says that she's in maintenance and it's finally sunk in. A year? It took you a year? Well, I'm so happy for you because a year is all not that long compared to what I thought it was going to take. That's
Mm-hmm.
so that's a lot sooner than I thought. We have damage on our house from the storms last night. I am so sorry. We were just saying, Paula, that I heard of some tornadoes that hit in Missouri, and I was just saying that you guys are in our thoughts and our prayers, and I'm so sorry that that happened. But are you guys okay?
Yeah.
As long as you guys are okay, physical things can be, as much as it hurts, physical things can be fixed or replaced.
Yeah.
But I know you have, your sons and your spouse, and I don't know if you have animals, but are you guys okay? So Cookie's in maintenance and finally caught up mentally. How long have you been in maintenance, Cookie? Maybe because my 50s were when I put on my weight, and in the 40s I was in shape for most.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? I've heard that too. When people just gained weight for like short amount of time, even if it's 5, 10 years, it's still a short amount of time when you're, 40, 50 years old. It's a lot easier for them to recognize themselves in their smaller body again
Mm-hmm.
than for people like me who my whole life was overweight. I've never seen myself in a normal size ever. No, my brain has not caught up. I sometimes hold my pants and say, how can I be wearing these? They look so small. I'm not that small. Size 10, but that's tiny for me. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. And what I wouldn't do to be in a size 10 right now. So, girl.
Yeah. And just to kind of piggyback on that, that was kind of
Mhm.
my lifestyle. Like I wasn't overweight or morbidly obese until after my first son. Then I just couldn't lose the weight. And you and I've talked about this before with my body dysmorphia. It's my nose that catches. So if I see myself in the mirror, my eyes go straight to my nose because I can't lose weight in this. Like this this has never been my nose. My nose in my younger pictures is a lot smaller than this. So when I see the mirror or see a photo, I can't, well, not now. Now I've trained my brain to look at other stuff in photos. But in the mirror, I can't not just first zone in on this foreign object of my nose. And my therapist, which I don't have my therapist right now. I haven't said that out loud, but I haven't had her since December. I kind of need her, but I haven't had her. I ended up having to go to a new lady, and I don't like her so much. I'm trying.
Oh, I'm
I'm trying.
sorry. Find
But
somebody else.
yeah, I just don't have the time to play around. Like when I call, I want to call about what's happening right now. I don't want to be like, okay, so this is the story, follow along. Can we talk about today now? So it's a process. I do hope that by this summer I'll have someone kind of linked in, but my nose is hard for me to not look at. And not look at, but it's what sends my brain back to bigger Alana. because this nose doesn't look like younger Alanda.
But our noses, along with our ears, grow as we age
I
and
get
through
hot
pregnancy
then.
and hormonal changes. Yeah, but I've always had this gigantic nose through my whole life. Like
Your nose is so little.
it's the nose where babies are born with this nose, but I never grew out of it. You know how every baby you've ever seen a picture of, no baby doesn't have this nose. I just didn't grow out of it. It stayed my whole life. Hey, Day. I'm still getting used to it slowly but surely. I am. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited. That's so awesome because I know how hard it's been for you, and I'm just so happy that you've gotten to that place where you're feeling more comfortable and you still avoid Mirror's Day. So sorry to hear that. You guys, I'm so sorry. You know that normally I'll address your comments, but I'm trying to be understanding of Alanda's time. And you know me, I will get distracted and just talk to you guys forever about your comments. So I'm trying to not do that. So if there are things that are, about exactly what we're talking about right now, I'll pull that up. But other than that, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I mean to ignore you guys.
Gotcha. And I get lost in comments. So I'll be like, so, and I'm trying not to lean into the camera. Trying so hard.
It's all
And
right.
then the whole forehead's all it.
Half the time you always see me like this. What did I say? Because I can't see. So okay, so Cookie's been in maintenance for about 8 months. Okay. So you're giving Nicole hope, you guys. I already know. I already know that I'm gonna see somewhere in here Nicole's gonna be saying, "You're giving me hope." See, look. See? I knew it. But I'm just, yes, Paula, we are praying for you guys, your husband and your kids, and of course yourself. I hope you guys are okay. I mean, you're here, so that's a good sign. Um, but I don't know, like after that video that I posted, Jen sent over a video about these women who are talking about how they've had like this significant amount of weight loss, and some of the things that they talk about um, were things that I never even thought about. I mean, maybe because I'm not a maintenance, but I was wondering, like, will it ever really go away? Will you ever one day just say, okay, this is my new life, this is my new body, this is how I feel now?
I don't think so. Because we've had all this time to work on ourselves and adjust and figure out what's going to work for us and what's not going to work for us. And once you get to that goal weight or that goal body size, because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
the weight number doesn't match the body size, then your mindset goes on, let's try to maintain, let's try to maintain, let's try to maintain, let's try to maintain. And I can say that because that's how I felt in my stall. My goal was to not go the other way. Like, just stay within these 10 pounds and try to go closer to this direction instead of that direction. And so I feel like when you're in maintenance, and please tell me if I'm wrong, you'll constantly be readjusting. It'll be a lifelong adjustment. Do y'all feel that way, or am I just completely off course and just being weird?
I mean, it sounds like it would be very similar to that. Um, I've never been to maintenance, I don't know, but some of you guys are in maintenance, so some of you guys can tell us.
Yes.
At least for those of you who have caught up. Apparently, Jen and Cookie are the only two that's caught up. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't want I don't want people to think that this journey isn't worth it because it is.
It is.
When I sit here and think about like all of the things that are affecting me right now, they're all the negative stuff. But in reality, there's so many good things too. There's so many good things. Like I could walk to the mailbox and not be out of breath. I could go for a mile walk and not be out of breath. You guys saw videos of me at the gym on the elliptical for 20, 30 minutes talking to you guys the entire time, not being out of breath. These are things that I couldn't have done before. And I can now. And I don't know, what are some of the things, Alana, what are some of your victories through this, whether they're on the scale or not?
Simple, moving my clothes from downstairs to upstairs, or my kids' clothes from downstairs to upstairs. The stairs were devil number one for me. because I would get to about 6 steps, put the basket on my knee, like move my leg up, put the basket on my knee, take a couple of breaths. Okay, then I get to the landing, I'll walk a few more steps, the basket, take a breath, and then move up. And now I can basically run up the steps. I also enjoy working out when I feel bored. And it was like so weird. Like, oh, I don't have any reason to not, so let me just walk on the walking path for a few hours. Well, not hours, but
For a while.
Yeah, for a while. Usually a TV show. So it depends on if it's a 20-minute, 30-minute, usually a YouTube 20-minute or a full 45-minute video. But just being able to do some of that stuff and not being tired. That's a huge one for me. Every day I came home and took a nap, and I would say that was my rest time. Like, well, I have to program my mind from being at work. And so my kids kind of took that excuse, but really I was just tired of living. Like, I'm tired of breathing hard. I need to reset. My ankles, my knees are hurting. I just need a moment to lay down vertically or horizontally. Horizontal? Yeah, that's vertical. Horizontally.
I just need to get off my feet. I just need to get off my feet.
I need to lay down. But not having to do that every day, because I did, especially when my son was so little. I can look back and see the look on his face.
Heat up the chili dogs.
Just put the thing on top and press on.
Then that hurt.
Yeah, pull them out. And then put the thing on top. Yeah, and just take the lid off and put the other thing on top. But sorry, the wind, I don't know if you guys heard that. The wind came and slapped my window like if somebody went in like that to it. And then he walks in and I was like, that scared me. Sorry. But
yeah. No, I was just saying, not having to take a nap, being able to run up and down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Those are some of my big non-scale victories.
I feel like those are really big things. Like when I bought my house, I refused to look at any house that had stairs. I refused because I never imagined that I could go up and down them without hurting, without suffocating, without an asthma attack. I really couldn't see that. So I refused.
Our house. Okay. So I lived in a house. I lived in two houses. I don't even know. But at my heaviest, the master was upstairs. So when we built our dream house, because we built the dream house, the master was downstairs for that reason. Like when we designed the house, we put it downstairs because I was like, I don't want to have to walk up and down, up and down. We had Hurricane Harvey. We did our walkthrough on a Friday. We had Hurricane Harvey come overnight. And by Saturday morning, our dream house that we were supposed to close on within 7 days flooded.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was a whole ordeal. We ended up staying in some apartments while they tried to fix the house. And that we were on the 3rd floor of these apartments. So I had to walk. And so I got tired of it. I was like, Chris, I can't do this. Like, I can't. We stayed in those apartments for 3 months. And I cried every time we had to come home. Groceries, dry cleaning, my schoolwork. I hated walking up those steps because once I got there, I needed a nap. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired from walking up steps, 3 flights of steps. So when we finally said, okay, we're not going to buy that house, we're going to figure something out. Every house we looked at, I needed a master downstairs.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Because I was like, I just can't. My body can't. Yeah, I just can't. Yeah.
No, I get that. That's the number one reason. I was like, no, I won't buy. And he wanted a 2-story house. I was like, no, it will not happen. It will not happen. And that reminded me of my brother lives in New York and he lives in a building that's over 100 years old. There's no elevator in a building that's over 100 years old. It's a 5th floor walk up. He lives on the top floor. So when I go to see him, I tell him, okay, mijo, I'm going to come see you, but you're going to take the bags upstairs because once I go up those stairs, I'm done for the day. I'm not coming back downstairs.
Yeah.
So you take it upstairs unless we're done for the day.
Yeah.
And what a horrible way to live life. But
Yeah.
that's how I had no choice. I couldn't do anything. 5th floor walk up. You know how long that would take me to do?
Yeah.
And I would be lucky if I didn't die walking up them the whole time. But oh my gosh, like I don't know how he does it every day. No idea. Well, he's normal size, but still. And like, how does I don't know. The other day, I think people who have been a relatively normal size for the majority of their life take for granted these little things. But the other day I went to Costco, and in my entire life, it dawned on me when it happened, I never would have done this before. My whole life, I could not park somewhere and then, you know how you could walk between the cars? I couldn't do that. I could not do that because I did not know whether or not there was going to be space for me to move through.
Right. You're right.
But I'm not afraid of it anymore, and I can do it now. And I'm still 212 pounds, and I could still do that. Imagine being 135 pounds. I'm gonna practically walk on top of those cars. Like, yes, like imagine. So okay, so Jen wasn't afraid of a small goal weight. I was. When I first set out my first goal, it was to lose 200 pounds because I couldn't fathom the number. I couldn't fathom 350 pounds. I couldn't. When I got to somewhere around 175, maybe, I was like, okay, I can push it out more now. And then that's when I came to grips with it. And I was like, okay, it's 350 pounds. It's a 350 pound loss. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like normal fat people don't even weigh that much. And I have to lose that much. That's 3 people that I have to lose. That's insane.
Yeah. I made a video Monday about that because I normally with everything I celebrate. So when I lost the 80 pounds, I didn't do a post. I didn't do a quick video. I still kind of had to mentally realize like, wow, you did that. I didn't even get that feeling at 75. 75 was like, oh, 75, yay, yay, yay. But when I hit 80, it was like, girl. And trust me, I didn't say girl. I used the B word myself. I was like, you did that. And then as soon as I did say that, then I just bawled because I come from that moment of, okay, just lose 5 pounds. Give yourself a month, lose 5 pounds. And then when it wouldn't happen, I'm like, well, why would I even look at 10? Like, I can't do the 5. So to lose the 80, and I had all these little bitty goals, but I'm now at a point where 80 is closer to the goal weight than when I started. And it just broke me. It really did just kind of break me. Like I had a whole cry moment. I didn't film it because I was in my moment with me. And then my son started swim competition on Monday. So I was literally sitting in the car where it kind of all started. There was a swim mom and I'd asked her about her weight loss and she pretty much lied to me. And eventually I found out what she was doing, which was a GLP-1. And I felt heartbroken because we talked about so many other personal things, but she wasn't ready to share that part of her journey. So on the outside looking in, that really hurt. But now being on the journey, I get it. Like I get that she was worried about my judgment of her. But really, I just wanted help. Like I'm breaking down, asking for help, which is something I don't do. So Monday, me sitting there with the swim moms, and they were all looking like, girl, 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 girl. It was just a full circle moment. Well, then on Tuesday, as you know, kind of wild out and went a little crazy. So where that video was supposed to air Tuesday at 3:00, I pulled it. I was like, no, because mentally I don't know where I am. Like I'm saying all this stuff to be like, hey, I can finally say I've done some goals, but I had to pull it. So now it's scheduled to air tomorrow. Mentally, I think I'm in a better place than where I was on Tuesday. It's that self-sabotage.
That's something that I've dealt with before. Not the 80-pound part, the
You did lose
self-sabotage
weight.
part, right? But no, the self-sabotage part.
Yeah.
In my past, and I've made videos about this before, where as soon as I would lose 75 pounds, 100 pounds in my past, people would start noticing. People would start telling me, like, oh, Delilah, you've lost so much weight, or oh, you look so good, or blah, 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 whatever. And the minute somebody would tell me that, instantly there I was going and making sure that I gained it all back because I needed my shield. I
Yeah.
needed that invisibility cloak to come back because I was afraid of people. I was afraid of attention. I still am. I still don't like it, but I can deal with it now.
Yeah.
And I
And can I, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. I was just wondering if that's something you were dealing with without knowing that that's what you were dealing with.
I think so. I think so. I think it was a little mix of both. The fear of, B, you did that. You did that. You were closer here than where you started. But also, I do kind of think maybe it was a little bit of a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, now all those packs of Famous Amos were not necessary. At one point, I should have pulled back. Trust me, when I can see it burned in my head, the way my student teacher looked at me. Oh, she was like, because
Is that
she's
how you
used
lost
to,
80 pounds?
yeah, she's used to me like my cantaloupe or my watermelon, which I'm actually allergic to watermelon. So I had to pull back because it starts inflammation. Um, my big water, like she's seen me eat good. And so for her to see me open them bags, hour later, she was just like, this is not you. And it wasn't me. But I kind of needed it for that moment. And I, and that's what throws me off because it wasn't an emotional moment that I needed at work. It was just more of a behavioral thing. And had they not had the snack area, I probably would have still self-sabotaged at Chick-fil-A. I would have, I don't know. I feel like I kind of needed that little moment to celebrate, but to also remind myself I can eat this and be okay. Yeah. But what I was going to say is you went to the eye doctors and your eye doctor gave you compliments and you didn't self-sabotage that day. I remember your video. You were like, I did good. I kept thinking about that. I was like, she did good. She did good. I kind of messed up.
No, I didn't cry. One, I didn't cry. But like a week later, I went and saw my OBGYN and she told me the same thing, just in different words. She told me the same thing. And I could not hold back there. I don't know if it was because I had already processed what had happened with the eye doctor.
Yeah.
And then suddenly here's a second one. And that, I mean, she met me when I was 364 pounds.
Yeah.
But she met me also when I was literally dying. I was bleeding to death dying. And she saw me there. And now she sees me and I'm not jaundiced anymore. I'm not, I have some energy. Like I can finish words for the most part. Like she's seeing this completely different person and she's like, And she also told me that, and I just started crying. I couldn't control it, but I did not sabotage. I did not go home or stop on the way home and do things that I would regret later. Because this entire journey, even before I started losing even the first pound, I have been addressing my food issues, my overconsumption, my the word that we cannot say here, the hinging stuff. I've been addressing that since the beginning. It's not easy every day. And I don't care how much I'm on 15 milligrams, don't get higher. but I still get those urges. I still have those moments where, even sometimes days, where I have to fight myself in my head to not do those things. I have to fight myself. But I've learned that I can.
Yeah.
Before, I didn't know that I could.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal to me. That's why I'm so adamant that my family stop celebrating with food. Food can be part of the celebration, but it cannot be the celebration. And it always
Yeah.
would have been before. And it cannot be anymore.
And that's what I realized with Tuesday. Like, girl, you got to figure out something else to celebrate with. Like, something else. Maybe go to a movie that day. Because, I mean, even now as I'm thinking, I'm like, well, my son and I can go get an ice cream. Again, that's food, Allanda. But and this is kind of the sad part. Sorry. I'm trying not to cry on your channel.
I cry every day here. You guys have all seen me cry multiple times.
My reality with having to find a coping mechanism for celebration just proves that I did not have a lot to celebrate. And when we did celebrate, we celebrated with food. So I've got to figure something else out, which is why I say I'm kind of like a Sam's Club. Just, I'll try anything. I don't think I can go skydiving or anything like that. Like, you lost 100 pounds. Let's go jump off a plane. But I need to start planning for what my next celebration will be. What will happen? I might not be this year, but I will lose that 100 pounds. But I need to plan out a way to celebrate without the justification of the food. Because I even told you, I said, I volunteered at my son's concession stand and we sell famous cookies. And when you're working with concession, you can pick whatever. And those cookies never spoke to me. Never. Tuesday, oh, they were like, hey girl, how you been? And I was like, I've been good. Let me get you. Yes.
Like, what did I tell you? They're like a toxic ex who gets you at your most at your most vulnerable.
Yes.
They know when to get you.
And all of a sudden they're like, hey girl. You're like, hey. Yeah, I'll get you again.
That's what I wanted to suggest, is that you plan ahead. You know that it's going to come.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how far away it is, but you know it's going to come. And I'm so proud of you that you decided that you know that you need to plan ahead for what that celebration is going to be. And it's not going to be just in the spur of the moment, because the only celebration you knew was food. Yeah. But to know that you need something else, that to me, that is just amazing. Like, I think that's one of your best non-scale victories yet. You may not realize it yet, but that to me is even better than being able to walk between the cars.
Oh. It's just realizing those little moments, those aha moments. Just crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. And that's what I try to tell people every day is, please start looking for new coping skills, healthy ones, because the way that we cope, nobody gets to 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds because you know how to cope. Nobody does.
Yeah. Well, and they said that people during COVID, like people gained on average 20 or 15 to 20 pounds, something like that, because we were just at home trying to cope.
Doing nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh. And even then in my mind, I kid you not, well, I didn't gain weight. I really don't even know, because I wasn't stepping on the scale.
Yeah, I'm the exception. No, everybody else did, but I didn't.
Yeah. But reality is I probably did. And I just like, yeah.
I get it. I know I did. That's when I gained all my, well, no, I was always 300 pounds. But that's when I gained all of it back, because at that time, right into COVID, I had gotten to my lowest adult weight, which was 235 pounds. And I was living there for maybe 6 months, 7 months, and then COVID came. And then I gained back everything that I had lost plus 150 pounds almost. It was like 140 something pounds during all of that at the same time. It's, I don't know. Like so many of us, we couldn't cope.
Yeah, couldn't. And it was easy for me to tell the kids, go ride your bike, go do this, go do that. But yet I still stayed put.
But we were also lucky that we lived somewhere that let you go outside.
True.
There were states where you couldn't go outside.
That is very true.
There were also countries where you couldn't go outside. So imagine how they had to deal with things. Like, that's scary.
Yeah.
It was scary for us, but it was far worse for them.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. I'm so sorry, Dave. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it would have been like. I don't know. I probably would have been 600 pounds if I would have been somewhere else. Like, I don't know. I probably would have not been alive anymore because I would have just ate myself into the earliest of them. But so Day says that this month I finally noticed a big change and took a double glance. Like, who's that? I called skinny. You got called skinny the other day? Oh, congratulations.
Yes.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh. See, and we're the same height. And you're also trying to figure out how to maintain, only giving myself 5 pound wiggle room of fluctuation. See, I have a 10 pound, but not up. It's between 125 and 135, not above it. That's my brain right now. Who knows where I'll be soon enough? Who knows? Yes, I will fly out the door. Can you imagine? Oh gosh, can you imagine? Darian says that trying to slide between the cars sucks, especially when you're trying not to hit the car with your car door. Oh my god. Okay, you guys, I went and got a massage the other day, and I was parked next to, well, this car came and parked later, and they left probably this much space between my car and their car. Why would they do that to themselves? I don't know. And I saw the lady going into her car, and she was so skinny, and she struggled. And I thought, if that would have been me, I would have had to wait until whoever came to their car and moved their car so I could get in my car. I would have never fit, ever.
Yeah. And I've done that before. You know, it's not something I want to say out loud because my kids were with me, but they saw me do it. I opened up the hatch of my trunk and I slid in that way so I could back the car out. I've only done it
small enough to be able to do that.
Right. But yeah, we had to get it up and then I hopped in. And I'm looking at my kids. I'm like, hey, none of y'all drive a car? They couldn't. I had to be the one to back the car. Yeah, I act like that never happened. Whenever they bring it up, I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. Stop lying. But I did. I did that.
I've seen people climb in through their sunroof. I don't know how they got up there, but okay. I've seen it happen. So Sandra says,
at that. So it wasn't like we could wait and see, you know, oh, they're going to come back in a little bit. Yeah. I was like, well, let me open up the hatch. I hopped in there.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to fit through the back parts of the car.
I got you.
But I'd have tried. Sandra says, if I do any sort of limiting, it results on that word. Allanda, you did cut out a lot of things from your intake to try and get things moving again. For me, that would end in disaster. I'm incredibly sorry to hear that, Sandra, because it's a very scary place to be. I've been there too. It's very, very scary to be in that position.
Yeah.
But it's just, you have to do what only you can deal with.
Yes.
You know?
For me, I had to find substitutes that were going to be okay, like things I could live with. Kind of like when I was told by my doctor and nutritionist, hey, you need to do 7 days of eating the same meals to help with the inflammation and see if that moves the scale. I was both of them. I was like, no, like it wasn't even a thought process. It was just like, no. Because in my mind, I kept thinking, I don't want to live like that. I don't even want to see me succeed on the 7 days of eating the same food when I knew I couldn't keep that long term. I think I wrote that in a video, or maybe I never aired that video. I don't know. I ended up arguing that I would do 4 days. So I did 4 days of eating the eggs, the sausage, the protein coffee. Um, then lunch and dinner, I had salmon and asparagus. And I did it for 4 days because that was about all I could mentally take to do. But then I went back to, well, when I want this, then this is the substitute for that. If I want that, then this will be the substitute for that. But it caused me to mentally be okay with that. But I agree, saying I can't eat it just wasn't going to be realistic because I was going to eat it. Yeah. And then just pray about it later.
Yeah. And then you would have worried about it forever. And it would have been like, why did I do that? But I mean, it is what it is. But if you can handle it, wonderful. And if you can't, figure out a way to do what you can. Yeah. That's all we could do along this journey is figure out what you can deal with and what you can't. But just because you couldn't deal with something before doesn't mean that you can't now. You're in a completely different place. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? Like, I didn't think I could ever. I'm Mexican. Every single meal in my entire life had tortillas, rice, and beans. I didn't think they would eat breakfast even. Tortillas, rice, and beans. Every single, you want a snack? That's what it was. Yeah. For me to imagine not eating those things all day, every day was like, are you crazy? Like, how am I going to live? You might as well tell me that you're taking my air away. What am I going to do? But I've learned that I can have them, just can't eat them all day, every day.
Yes.
And that's all I ever knew before.
I'm going to run to the pantry real quick, and then I'm going to come right back. Okay? You do that. It's a good thing I'm wearing clothes.
I could take you off the screen if you need me to.
I'm okay, but sometimes I just wear the top.
Well, this is a dress, so I don't have pants on either.
And that's why I'll call a kid. Can y'all come here real quick? I know I can't stand up. But I can. I'm wearing a dress, but my thighs hurt. So give me a sec.
She said, I don't want to fall out of my chair. Harji, I don't like being touched. It's really weird. I don't like being touched, but ever since I fell on the cruise, my neck has been killing me. So my friend made me go. She was like, you're gonna go. So I did, and I'm glad I did it because it helped a lot. Now I could like feel that I can turn my head instead of just being able to turn it.
Okay, I'm gonna share this with you, but in all honesty, y'all, I'm not joking. I have no idea where I bought these. Like, I have zero idea where I bought these. But what happened was, for Valentine's Day, my kids know I like Snickers. So they bought me a bunch of Snickers. Thanks for the self-sabotage, loves. But I didn't eat. I didn't eat not a one of them. I promise you. Faith, I did not eat not a one. But I said I needed to figure out an alternative. And wherever it was, I saw these. Can y'all see them?
A protein candy bar?
Yeah. And it's 10 grams of protein, less than a gram of sugar, 6 grams of fiber. I mean, the macros are pretty good. Right? And I don't really understand how to read macros, but
me either.
Because really it's 2 servings for, I'm sorry, 3 pieces. Three of these for 190 calories. So you eat 3. We only got 1 left, but
you guys must like them.
Yeah, we do. But remember, I bought this in February, and we're now in April. But I mean, it's small. You see that? It's small, but it's so good. And the catch is, mentally, I don't want it. But with all the Snickers, even though I really didn't want them, I would have ate them. I would have ate every last one of those Snickers. But now I'm kind of like, well, if I'm going to do it, let me figure out an alternative. And so wherever I was when I saw these and said, I'll give them a try. Actually, I don't know. Wherever I was, I went on and bought them. I'm gonna have to Google and figure out who sells them, and then I can figure out where I bought them. But I got in the car and I had everyone try one. Everyone ate one, and I was like, "What do y'all think?" And they were like, "Yeah, it does taste just like a Snicker." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I think I had Greek yogurt one day, and I broke one up and I ate it like that. And then I ate one by itself. And then I think co-parent ate two of them. He said he didn't, but I saw the wrappers in his trash. Okay, you can't go blaming him.
Nice.
He's like, I eat one, two wrappers. I'm looking at them. And then we have this last one left. But it's doing that, finding alternatives, so I don't feel like I'm being deprived. Even though,
For me, I tell myself when I was eating all those things, I mentally felt good in the moment, right? Like it felt good to physically eat it. But once, and even sometimes while you're eating it, the mental gymnastics that you have to do to remain in the euphoria of it is really insane.
yeah.
Then I physically didn't feel well. Yeah, I physically felt ill, felt nauseous, gave me a headache. I had no energy. Like I felt unwell completely, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, I just felt sick. And the more that I thought about it and the more that I really understood that it was those foods that were contributing to my mental state, I was a lot, I, I had a lot more ease letting go of them. Because before it was like, but what am I going to do for fun? But I don't like anything else. I can't eat, whatever else because it's not a chocolate cupcake, you know? And the more and more and more that I thought about it, and the more that I began to realize I didn't feel good anyways.
Yeah.
But now the other food, I feel good. I might not have the endorphin rush of it, but I feel physically good. I have energy when I'm done. I don't wake up the next day feeling like I'm gonna throw up. I feel good. And I like that feeling more than the feeling that the food once gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I get, I really truly get that. Because in theory, that this is what I could have came home and grabbed to
Mhm.
sell it. And that would have cured all the feelings. But even what I did on Tuesday didn't cure all the feelings. I was more like, well, I ate it. It is what it is. And then, but tomorrow's a new day. I will pray on it and I will, go back to knowing what I need to do. But yeah, just disconnecting from the emotions and the food is not easy. Even with the weight loss that shows that you can achieve it, doesn't carry enough volume to let's stand the rest of the journey.
No, yeah, I get that. But I think that had you come home and eaten that, I don't think you would have, I think it would have had the same result. You wouldn't have had the, damn, why I do that, but you
Yeah.
still wouldn't have felt like I really celebrated.
Yeah.
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 So having a plan of how you're going to celebrate
Yeah.
for the next time is going to be incredibly so helpful. And I'm so excited to hear what you're going to end up doing. I don't know if you're going to tell us or if you're going to just do it and be like, hey guys, look what I did. I have no idea, but I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm hoping it'll be my bungee jump class that I'm trying to figure out. The lady pushed the start date. I was like, I need y'all to open so I can get in there and bungee. It's bungee workout.
I swear one day you were going to come back and you're going to tell us that you are now in the Cirque du Soleil. Like, I'm so excited to hear you like learn how to become an acrobat. Like, my brain has been telling me that that's what you're going to do for a long time. I'm like, I can't wait to see it. It's just a fantasy I have, but I'm convinced it's going to happen.
I'd be like, are you sure you're going to catch me? You're going to catch me, right? I trust you. You're going to catch me.
You're like, that's what the bungee cords are for. You're fine. The 4 days of limiting myself to just that for 4 days would send me into a spiral. I instantly rebel when limits are put on me. I only bring it up because over controlling could have contributed. No, I understand why you brought it up, because I feel like I would have felt the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I would have felt the exact same way. But I don't anymore. I don't anymore. I can't tell you what changed other than trying to work through it. I don't know what mental flip switched was, whatever. What mental flip was switched, but something was. And I'm so incredibly grateful that it did, because I wouldn't be right here right now if it didn't. I really wouldn't. To your snack issues, if not good, I wouldn't wish it on you. Oh no, 100%. It's the worst flipping thing on the planet. Like, people who don't suffer with it, there are people who have different type of disordered consumption issues. But for people who hinge, it's a different beast.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of different disordered stuff, a lot of them. That one is the hardest one to deal with. It's the hardest one to cope with. It's the hardest one to come to grips with. And it's the hardest one for me to admit that I have, or was the hardest one. Now it's easy, but before it didn't used to be. Before it used to be really hard to admit. I don't know. It's a horrible thing to deal with. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. I really wouldn't. Hello, Miss Benegala. How are you? How are you? You're driving and listening. Well, we're just sitting here talking. Like always. Like always. It's fun. But I just thought it was so funny because you're like, oh, let's go on live. I was like, okay, perfect. Let's do it.
Because you said something like, I don't know if I'm the only one dealing with this. And I was like, no. You know, I'm talking to the phone.
Hello?
No, you're not. It's me too. And so I was like, ooh. Yeah. I just want to, you're not alone. You're not alone.
Yeah, like so often it just feels alone. I just feel alone through all of this. And that's the reason why I started doing these videos in the first place, was because I knew that no matter how alone I felt, there had to be somebody else. Even if it was just one other person, there had to be somebody else. But to Sandra's point, do you think that was part of what happened? Do you think what you did was a true hinge, or was it just a fling?
It was probably a fling. Because I haven't had one of those in a very, very long time. Like, very long time. Even when I went to that 9-course meal restaurant, that was the week of my daughter's flipping out. That would have been the prime time to just keep bringing them. But I was literally listening to my body cues. My body cues were saying, we're full, we're good. Just take a bite, try it, move on. That's what kind of set my mental, like, well, I was having a rough week that week. I mean, I was literally being asked, do you want to get her hospitalized? Or, I'm sorry, I got to say the words the lawyer said, criminal investigation or hospitalization? Which one you want? That would have been the ideal time for me to just, and I didn't. So then for me to hit a milestone and then just spiral, I was like, I don't even know why I did that. Like, how did I do that? I felt fine. Like, I was happy. Like, why? And, you know, when some of the comments said, well, you were probably celebrating, I was like, yeah, I get that. And that's when I was like, oh, shoot, I probably was. Which is why I kept smiling and just so happy. It wasn't until that last time I went in there, That last time I came out with like this. I had the goldfish, the other famous Amos, um, another granola bar because I was like, I want my son to try this one too. Um, yeah, I came out with a goodie bag. Like it was a famine. And these were the last items we were going to get. And I still didn't even question myself. Did not. I sat right back down and just went for it. So I think it was a celebration. It was maybe some boredom, even though I've had small classes and 6-hour tests. Actually, we got another one coming Tuesday. Y'all know what's going to happen. They're going to open up the snack bar. But I am not going to indulge the way I did. I will go in there and get some of those protein bars. So I've already
You're
put
like,
it
you know what? Just ban me. Don't even let me in. Just tell me I can't come in.
Close the door. Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, Tuesday we'll have it again. And so I've already mentally prepared myself. But I do, like you said, need to worry about mentally preparing ways to celebrate. Yeah. Yeah. That I'm still going to get the feeling from. But I don't know why I did what I did. And that's what really bothers me. Like I can't say something and feel like, yes. I keep saying a lot and then going, maybe. So it kind of makes it hard to truly understand why I did it and what could I have done different other than
For
just not.
me, when I was in the worst part of that,
Mm-hmm.
there was often times where nothing substantial had happened, but it just happened for whatever reason, right? And I don't know if it was just sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, or if it was my brain looking for chaos. Like I had no idea. I to this day don't know. I still don't know why they would still happen, but part of it is you just lose control. Like you mentally or don't think about it, you just do it, and then afterwards you're like, what did I do?
Like,
what did I do?
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking that it's kind of like a little bit of everything for you. Like it was just so much stuff happening. You finally broke your stall. You're getting attention that you never felt before. You're confused and excited and celebrating, and you don't know how to celebrate without food.
Without food.
So just kind of everything all together in my head is what happened. But
And that's
having
video, I kept smiling and laughing. I almost didn't post that video. I'll be honest. I almost, when I watched it back to edit it, I was like, why the hell am I smiling? This SHE, ain't happy. This not happy material. Why am I smiling? But it's just because of confusion. Like I really don't.
Is it like the cat that ate the canary? Like it was that feeling of like, I don't know what's going on.
I did it. That's it. The video could have been 30 seconds. I did it.
Well, Sandra has a suggestion. Have someone bring you one so you don't have to go and see it.
I think I will. I don't need to walk into that room and go, because that's what happened. All the food just started talking, and Famous Amos stood up and was like, hey, girl, come over here. Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, because he's the toxic ex who felt your vulnerability. Was like, hey, baby, I know what you need. And you're like, yes, you do.
I guess.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I think that would be a great idea, is to just have my student teacher go and like, give me a water and a protein bar.
No, I do. I agree. I think it's a great idea. Also, another thing, I now, instead of having cheat meals, right? Because in the past, anytime I would have dieted before or gone on a weight loss journey before, I would have had cheat meals probably every week, right? Because I felt like it was the only thing that was going to keep me on track, right? I needed the fun. I needed the excitement in my life, whatever the reasons. But now I plan from around big events, right? Like my cousin's getting married in January. I know we're going to go home. I know we're going to go, we're going to celebrate. I don't know what they're having. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm not going to use that. And in the past, I would have used it as an excuse to just, let's do this, you know? But instead, now I'm pre-planning. Okay, I'm going to have whatever I'm going to have. I'm going to plan the indulgence in a way where I feel good about what I do or don't do, but I'm mentally prepared for what is going to happen instead of just it's a free for all. Let's just do whatever because it's a cheat day, cheat week, you know? Because in the past that would have just that I don't know, that would just destroy me. And I probably would have, you know, a month of all of that chaos again until I can mentally get back on track. But if I plan things in advance, then it's easier to okay, it was planned, it's done. Now we go back to regular life again, you know? And so Sandra says the worst stress times were not the triggers for me. It's a weird thing. It took a lot of work and therapy to get past that. And that's what I'm saying. It is. It's like, it's weird. Like, why does that happen? I don't know. But thanks for posting it. It's the real you. We all have those days. Thanks for making it normal and okay. No, and I agree. And and I'm really glad that you did and that you didn't say, you know what? I don't want people to see this. You know, I want to hide this part. But part of this entire journey is we're going to have ups and downs. We're going to have, you know, weird things happen and we can't explain them. We're going to have good things and bad things and chaotic things and just mundane things.
Yes.
But if you're not telling your whole story, other people are going to think when it happens to them, yeah, like, how come everybody else can stop doing this and I can't? You know, like, why? Why are they so much better or I'm a failure? And no, this is part of the journey. Like it happens to a lot of us.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it is to admit.
It's not. It goes back to it's a tool. It's helping us deal with one aspect that has a whole ecosystem along with it.
Yeah. It's very similar to weight loss surgery. How many people have weight loss surgery and other people think, oh, that's the shortcut. That's the easy way out. But how many people that you know who've had weight loss surgery and never make their goal or gain it all back plus some?
Gain it all back, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a tool. The same way that Manjaro is a tool, Zepbound is a tool. It's just a tool. It's just there to help you along the journey, but we're the ones who are doing the work.
Can I ask you a random personal question?
Sure.
You see how I leaned in? I'm like, hey, girl.
That's the secret between us.
Hey, girl. You kind of like those famous cookies. Because I hear you, especially the last video where you're trying on the shorts. But I don't know if you've ever addressed how you're going to deal with your apron belly. What is your plan?
I'm saving money. Yes, I'm saving money. Yes, I was telling David that I didn't tell him what I was planning to do. I just told him that I know that I'm going to need another tool.
Yeah.
And it is just another tool, you know. And I know that there are going to be parts of my body that are going to have to be worked on. And yeah, and whatever parts they may be, I might be able to deal with some parts over other parts, but I might not. I don't know. But I'm saving money. And from the beginning, I knew that it was going to be something I would have to address. So I've been documenting it with my doctor this whole entire time, like everything that goes on, everything that happens. I'm like, oh, and then this one, and then that one, and then this happened on Thursday, and then that one. And so they're documenting everything so that when the time comes, I can address it with my insurance and they will pay for something, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But in case they don't, I will be prepared to pick up the bulk of it if I have to.
I gotcha. And I said I was going to ask you, because I have two coworkers that were going on weight loss journeys at the same time I started my weight loss journeys. And, they were so funny. Like, people were starting to wonder if I'm on a shot too, Alonda. So I don't know if we should be having lunch like that anymore. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so silly. Well, one of the ladies, you may remember, she was the one that was only drinking water and eating an egg. And she passed out her at school. Well, eventually she came back because she was on like a liquid thing, like shakes or something that her person put her on. And eventually that didn't work out. So she got on a GLP-1. And so now she's needing to lose the apron. And she was asking me if I knew anybody. And I was like, not really. Like, I follow TikTok just how you follow TikTok. And, I was really kind of running into I don't know who to send her to. Like, she has her whole plan. She's having the surgery this summer. But as far as all her questions, like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. And so when we said we were going to do the live, I was like, oh, I can ask her. Like, have you thought about it? What do you feel? Because like she said, she's fine everywhere else. It's just that portion. And so it's really hard for her to see all of her weight loss because she's, what did she say? Hyper focused, hyper something on just that one area. And so as we talk about when you lose the weight, do you think your brain will catch up to it? I'm thinking of her and I'm like, it hasn't. But I also wonder if once she has the surgery, will that still make her brain catch up? I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I've seen a lot of people. I know of a couple creators, in fact, who went through an entire weight loss journey. They hit their maintenance. They were there for a while. They had plastics. And now they are right back where they originally begun because mentally they never caught up.
Mentally, yeah.
And so
I wonder about that with her because, she went so drastically. And I'm like, it's only been 2 years. Like, are you good? You good? And she feels like she's good. But as I just had my situation on Tuesday, I'm kind of like, I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm still a work in progress. And so I do, I have her in my mind right now. Yeah. So thank you for answering. I asked, you answered. And I hope
I do know a creator. I don't know. I can't remember her name right now off the top of my head. Manjaro with Pammy. I will find the thing and I will send it to you because she had weight loss surgery and then she was on a GLP-1, but she also had her plastics. She's recovering from them. Has she had all of them? Does anybody know if she's had all of them already? But I'm not 100% sure she's had all of them, but Nicole's about to go through that too.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, mentally, I feel like what I'm going to end up needing is my arms and my belly.
I gotcha. Yeah, I was just talking to co-parent about my arms today. I was like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I can do, and it's because it's not bad. Like I've seen it work its way up. It's just time. It's going to.
Mine's bad, but also I never know because my thighs were really, really, really bad. But then suddenly somewhere, like, I don't know what happened, but one day I realized it was within around 20 pounds where it went away. All of the sagging loose skin that I see on my arms was between my legs too, and it's gone. Yeah. And I'm like, who knows? Who knows what's happening where? I have no idea, but I do have a feeling that it's going to be arms and belly, but I don't know. So Harji says, I did not I have not did any complaining about mine, so I'm hoping my insurance approves it anyways. Well, you better start, girl, because that's the number one place that they look. I know a lady on TikTok that has lost her weight on a GLP-1 and did the surgery down in Mexico, 15 minutes away from San Diego, and she 100% recommended. Ooh, okay. I'm 100 on issuing what? Hold on. Issuing on of the tool we have available to better ourselves.
Oh, meaning she is 100% on board with us using the GLP-1s on what we all tools for what we need for ourselves.
Manjaro Journey with Pam. That's her.
Okay.
I don't know why it won't let you click on the link anymore, but I'll find it and send it to you.
Yeah, I'm also going to take a photo. That's my life.
Oh, Bethany Rose did hers too. Oh, okay. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Never noticed. Yeah, I had my plastic surgery scheduled and had to cancel it. But hers is different. Nicole's story is different. She had no choice. She had a couple of medical emergencies that had to postpone it. But otherwise, it would have already happened, right? I think it would have already happened. Pretty sure it was in March, I think. Pretty sure. But yeah, I also have a feeling that it's going to involve not just the apron itself, but the pubic region.
Okay.
I think it's also going to need to be addressed.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Don't know. I mean, I know they do it, but I don't know if it's going to fix itself or not. Smaller. Smaller Sam PCOS had plastics too. That's right. She paid for it though, right? I'm pretty sure she paid for it all.
Smaller Sam.
Yeah, it's smaller Sam PCOS. I've seen her on Instagram. I don't think she has the YouTube. I'm not sure though. They address that with the tummy tuck. Not everywhere, because I've seen people get tummy tucks and they complain about not having that done. Maybe your surgeon's really good. He does it while he's there. And then for somebody like me, who, if my insurance will pay for it, the likelihood of them paying for an actual tummy tuck, Pam got her, I think she had a 360 fleur, how do they call it? Fleur de lait, whatever. I don't know how she got her insurance to pay for it, but they paid for that. And I think they did her thighs and her arms. I can't remember now what other surgeries she had, but most people, if they can get their insurance to approve it, it's only going to be a peniculectomy. So it's just the apron itself, and they address zero else. And so it's like, I mean, I'll be happy that they take care of that, but I don't want just that. Not with just skin removal, but for the tummy tuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And when people get insurance to cover it, 9 times out of 10, it's only going to be the penectomy, that word that I forgot how to say already. That one where they literally just cut the apron itself off and that's it. And so I'm just like, no, but yeah, saving money because it's part of my plan has always been that, or my idea has always been that I would need it, but hopeful that I don't need everything done. But yeah. But I'm like, I want a boob lift because, I went from a triple D to now I'm like barely a B. And yeah, they're tiny, but they've always been really big. So they just, they don't have no volume. They're up here at nothing. So it's got to get corrected. Well, I mean, nothing has to be, but I want it to be. I think Pammy had hernia repair too, so that they could get more. Yeah, and a lot of people get it done because of hernias. They're able to get it done because it's the anesthesiologist that costs most of the money.
Yeah.
So it's like, also all things small. Barb's daughter has one. Oh, really? Man, there's a lot. There's a lot of creators who've had them.
They really are. And when she was talking to me, I couldn't think of no. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. I mean, I knew Pam, but everybody else, I mean, Nicole doesn't do videos yet, but everybody else, I didn't even think about them, but I do know about Smaller Sam. I've seen her journey, parts of
Yeah.
them, and she did have everything done. I also think she paid. I want to say she paid. Actually, she might have not paid. She might have had, issue with her influencer stuff where they took care of it, because a lot of influencers do have that stuff taken care of.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Look into that.
Yeah. I mean, look at what's her name? Glitter and Lasers. She had liposuction done in her arms and her legs, and don't ask me why, because the woman's like 600 pounds, and she had it done at 600 pounds and under twilight anesthesia.
Oh,
Yeah, if you see like the way they did
yeah.
it, it's like, why are they doing that? Like, it's insane. It's insane. But then when they were doing the liposuction on the arm, they did a brachioplasty, so she also got her arms done. Um, and
Wow.
it's like, so her arms are little, but none of the rest of her is. So it's weird to see. It's like, why'd they do
Hmm.
that? But it was also an influencer thing where, she promoted the surgeon and all of that stuff. And it's like, okay. Well, she says that it was for lipodema or lymphedema. I always get the two
Oh,
confused,
yeah. Yeah.
but it was
Lymphedema.
for one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, okay. Oh, look, she does have a YouTube channel. Okay. So Small Things Daily has a YouTube channel. That's Barb's daughter, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I follow her. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you had a hernia repair too? Well,
Really?
too bad they didn't do your, your surgery while they were in there. Yeah, the reason didn't make sense. 0 cents. Zero. And if you saw it, you'd be like, what in the name of God? Why is this? Why? Why? I don't no idea.
This is
But
how I felt when I had smart lipo done, where I was basically awake and they were in there liposuctioning me, like that cool sculpting. That's what they called it. No, it was called smart lipo. But yeah, I was basically
what is smart lipo?
when they go in and I still have like the little markings from place to place. My inner thigh, you can faintly see where they went in and removed the fat, and then they just wrap you up and send you on your way. Yeah, I had that done too. Like,
Whoa.
awake, like I can tell you everything that happened. Yeah, that was horrible. Would not do
That was
that.
my biggest nightmare. That's my biggest nightmare, to go under surgery and me be awake the whole time. That's my biggest nightmare.
And I
I
didn't
can't
get
even
any.
imagine.
Some people get the drainage tubes. I didn't get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They layered my neighbor's car in plastic, and then I got in, and I was just dripping out of every opening that they opened into her car. Like it was. But again, desperation. I can call it for what it was. It was desperation. Yeah.
I didn't even know they did stuff like that. They sent you home, not even a flipping band-aid. At least a
They
band-aid.
didn't put band-aids on me. They were like, leave it open. So, and they put me in the compression, and I was all like,
Oh my God.
led me into her car, and yeah. And then I got home, and she laid me down, and I called my cousin and said, yeah, I can't go pick him up. He's going to have to stay with you another day. And yeah, and even on my bed, it had plastic, like the moving plastic or the painter's plastic. And so when I woke up, it was just puddles of bodily fluids. And then I had to take a shower with the compression garment still on. They told me don't take it off. So I got in the shower with it on, rinsed my body, and then I like basically had to air dry my whole thing plus the compression garment and then lay back down. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
It
I
was
imagine that it's they want it to drain out, which is why they have the drainage bags,
but
you
they
know?
didn't give me
But
back.
I know, but that's why I'm like, I don't understand. Why would they? Like,
I was leaking.
at least a band-aid to drive home, and then when you get home, to bleed all over your own stuff. But in somebody's, like,
I was
what
in
the
the back of
heck?
the car. Because originally I was just gonna take a taxi back home, and they were like, "No, ma'am, we can't put you in a vehicle like that. You need to be with someone you know. And I'm like, but I'm freaking awake.
Yeah, when you have any surgery, they won't let you. You can't call an Uber. You can't take a bus. Somebody has to escort you. So even if you go into a bus or an Uber with that person, you have to have somebody with you. That's
Yeah. Horrible life experience. Definitely do not recommend. Yeah.
oh my gosh, Alonda, how scary.
I can look back at my stupidity now. At the time, I was like, I gotta lose the weight. I gotta lose the weight. So as we talk about good, bad, and ugly, that was ugly. That was so
But
ugly.
wait a minute. So when you get to your goal, do you plan to do anything after that?
I don't think so. Because that's what co-parent and I were talking about today. I showed him the video where I went like this, and he was like, "Again, is that AI?" I'm like, "No, dude, look at my arms." And he was like, "Have I been like that?" So he's trying to mentally catch up with the weight loss journey as well. And I said, "No, I think I'm gonna just." And again, I don't even know what arm things because I was standing there going, "I'm gonna do like these." And he was like, "That's not a workout." I was like, "Well, these." And he was like, "Wrong body part." I was like, "Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do something here." And he was like, "That's pull downs." And I was like, well, "I'll do some pull downs." But and I know my little bitty pouch down here. It's just I'm using the cavitation machine, so I'm gonna see how far I can get with that. But I think whatever else happens to my body, I'm just fine with. The likelihood of someone seeing me naked is like whatever.
But you're gonna see you naked.
I don't even see myself, so it's like whatever. I see a different
For,
version.
for me, it's more so about not even seeing myself naked. It's uncomfortable. It's hard. It hurts. It's in the way. If I was a normal person who normally sweat, then it would be sweaty and gross. But I don't know how normal people do it. I don't know. But you apparently don't have an apron.
No,
So
I got a
at least
fupa.
that's good.
Got a fupa. But I can relate to when my girls were larger and I had all the must and the rash stuff going on under them because of their size, and they wouldn't stay dry. And I was going to the doctor trying to figure out, well, why do my boobies smell like this? And and they're like, well, it's you got to fix it. I mean, they're getting smaller now. They're lopsided,
All of
and
ours
so
are.
I have thought about that. Trying to balance them out. Um, So whatever. I feel like, whatever future guy does see me naked, he'll be like, are they like tilting at me? And I'll just go, yes, they are. So it's whatever.
One thing that I've learned is men don't care. We care, but they don't care. They don't care. Like they don't care. They don't care if you shave your legs. They don't care if you just showered. They don't care. They do not care if you have an apron belly. They don't care if they don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's like the first time I told him about the sweat rash issue under here, and I lifted and showed him, and he was like, put some baby powder or talcum powder. What? That's not solving the problem. And he was like, yeah, just do that. And then he went on and talked about what he was talking about. Like, I'm literally telling you, my skin under my boobs could be dying from whatever's going on. And he's like, yeah, just put some powder on that.
At least he didn't try to play with them.
Yeah, right?
They'd
I think
have
the
been like,
smell alone. He's like,
yeah, they don't care. They don't
I
care.
what am I smelling?
Oh, Harji, you're gonna get one done? Ooh, how exciting. I don't know. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited for you. The drains are more painful and are not used just for lipo. No, I know they're not, but scary.
Mm,
Scary. Some
yeah,
surgeons do drainless tummy tucks and that word, but that means more swelling and pain and nowhere for the fluid to go. See, that's what I'm always afraid of. Hey, Miss Nikki, how are you? How are you? You still in Chicago? Or are you finally back to your other home? Yes, I will. It's probably all I need to meet my goal.
Oh,
I mean,
that's good.
sad that it has to be a surgery, but I'm glad that you have an option.
Yeah,
Glad that you
yeah,
have an option.
yeah.
Like I can't even
And the goal is
imagine.
to be the happiest, best version of ourselves possible. So whatever additional tools we need, utilize them. Just my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, it's not cheap. It'll be worth it if you can do it. If
Won't
you can
lie.
do it. Oh, how scary. How scary though. I can't get the picture out of my head though, Landa. They sent you home like that. Like,
Oh, girl, yes.
oh, oh my goodness. Oh, you've been
Me
back
and
home
that
since
neighbor are still friends, and every now and then I'll tell her thank you. Like, girl, do you remember? She'd be like, yes. In
how
my
could I
car.
forget? How can I forget? She was probably scared. Like, is she gonna die in my car? Like what?
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have been scared. I would have been like, I'll take you
And,
home because I'm already here, but
and this is the
get out
part
of the
she
corner and
remembers.
walk home.
The part
I'll
she
take you out of the
remembers
parking lot, but as soon as we get there, walk home.
is in her mind, she was like, they wrapped, and they could have, they really could have, and I just don't remember this part. But she was like, they wrapped you in plastic. And I was like, no, I was sitting in plastic. She was like, no, because my seatbelt didn't get blood and stuff on it. They wrapped you in plastic. Okay. I don't remember that. I really don't. But if you ask her, that's what she's going to tell you. They wrapped Alonda in plastic and they put plastic in my car and put her in there.
Well, she wasn't the one who just had that surgery done, so I believe her over you.
And I'm kind
Oh
of
my
like, yeah,
god.
I guess the seatbelt didn't get nothing on it. So maybe it wasn't plastic.
Oh my god. You went home like a mummy. Oh my god, how scary. How awful. That oh, I think you just gonna make me cry now. Just thinking about it. So you in your notes that you sent over, you had brought up the creator burnout. Like, how do you balance the pressure of sharing your story while still going through the journey yourself?
Um, can you answer that first?
For me,
Yeah.
I have always said it's because I don't have kids. I have David, but I have zero family here. Don't have friends here physically, right?
Yeah.
So I have a lot of time on my hands.
Gotcha.
And I also have no support. So
Mhm.
this is where I get that support. And if I didn't have the encouragement and the support here, I don't know that I would have been able to get as far as I could. So for me, it's really hard to do it all the time and to come over here and say I screwed up, or I haven't lost any weight, or this happened or that happened, all of or even that video that I just put out yesterday, where I'm over here talking about shorts and my body and the things that the bad things that I was going through on this journey. Like, it feels even embarrassing to say I've lost 270 pounds, but all I can focus on right now is this. Like, it I don't know, it feels embarrassing to say it, and I feel like, man, that's all. Like, everybody keeps telling me you should be so proud of yourself, and I'm like, okay, but it's easy to say that on the outside. You're on the outside, but be me and see how it feels to be me. It's not easy to just be like, you're doing this. I mean, yeah, there are some times where I do have that feeling, but I feel like if I let myself fall into that, I'm just going to get complacent and it's going to stop. And I'm not
Gotcha.
yet where I want to be.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It does. For me, I really didn't experience burnout until recently. Um, because I was just so happy to have one person.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody understands. And it's kind of like what you were saying with the support system. I didn't really have a support system. I love my friends, I do, but I also recognize that my friends have purpose in my life. Like, I have this group of friends, I have that group of friends, I have this group of friends, and none of those groups of friends are open about the weight loss journeys. I have one best friend who she and I'll be like, girl, 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 girl. but we're also both yes girls. So whatever she says, I'm like, yeah, girl, yeah. But think about this. But yeah, I'm with you on that. So it was the same with me. Whatever I was saying, she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But this community, you know, they stepped in and was even like the video I recently did. The woman was like, "Oh, I'm worried about your dosing," and I was like, "Really?" And when she said it, I was like, "Oh yeah," but no, we're good, we're good. It was just having that reassurance, that community, the I'm not alone, and that's what motivated me for my videos. Like, oh, this is I learned this. I got to share this with the people. Oh, this is what's going on. I got to share it. Oh, this is not going so well. I got to share it because it was more like warning this could happen to you. I just want to be the good friend that says, hey, he's lovely, he's great, but do you see that red flag? I just want to throw it out there. And that's how I saw YouTube. It also helped that my, how do you put it? I want to say this without saying it, so I'm going to just say it like this. I didn't have to really focus on practicing what I preach. So at work, I could answer conversations and respond to comments. But now that Texas is a no cell phone in school for students, I'm practicing what I preach. And so I can't respond to comments at times where I would normally respond to comments. And so after a day or two, it becomes very overwhelming. Um, and then my phone, I love her, but she's got some issues. So I would type out responses and then they wouldn't go to where they needed to go.
I don't think it's your phone. I think it's YouTube because it's been happening to a lot of people.
Oh, so frustrating. I'm like, send. And then 2 days later, they're still showing that the response wasn't there. And I'm like, what? So then I started writing them out on a separate document so I could then manually move them in. But then I would get confused what video, because that was typed out 2 days ago and a new video came out. So that's what became very frustrating. And so now I'm one video a week until I can catch up. I have several videos in queue. I just haven't released them because of that piece. And I read every single one. It's just I can't respond to every single one. And that bothers me. That's like having a friend call you and then you don't call them back. It bothers me.
I get that. And I've heard like other creators be like, "Oh, I can't respond to every comment." And I look at their videos, I'm like, "Dude, you get like 10 comments. But what do you mean you can't respond to all of them? That's 10 comments. Like there's 10 people talking to you. It's not 100 people. Like when it starts getting, 200, 300, 400 people, okay, I could see that.
I can get that,
But
yeah.
there are even like really, really, really big creators where I've heard them talk about how for the first hour after the video posts, they'll sit there responding to comments.
Right.
And after that, they let it go, then go on to the next one, because they just can't physically respond to everybody. They just can't. They have no way to do it. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it would be hard to not respond to everybody, at least for me.
And I love so many people and I watch so many people's journeys and I'm like you, I watch it a lot on TV now. And so I can't respond back because in my mind, I'm like, well, go back to your phone and do it. But then I got to find which video it was I watched because I watched like 3 of them. But I need to respond to that one little segment of one of the 3 videos. So if y'all ever get a response that did not match the video, that's why. I watched several of them. And then later I went and responded to whichever one I could remember.
You know what I started doing when I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I started trying to, when I'm seeing it on there and I want to say something, I'll just pick up my phone and respond in the moment and then put the phone back down. It doesn't always work. And I just started doing that a couple days ago. So even then I'll just forget, or I'm doing other things and I'm hearing it and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to say something. And then I forget. And I don't know, but it's hard to balance everything. I don't know how you do it as a mother.
Yeah.
Who
Especially with
young
13
children
looking at me, or 12. Yeah, every event he's like looking like, is she looking at me? Is she looking at me? So I purposely can't do what I used to do because he's literally, even when I thought I'd be slick and put my earbud in and I'd be like, oh look, I'm watching you. He'd be like, were you really paying attention? I saw your earbud. Dude,
Yo, oh
dude.
my God, you're gonna have to paint them black just so they can match your hair.
Like, but yeah, but that's
Mine's easy because my hair's always right there covering my ears.
but I
Oh,
love YouTube. I really, really do. I am so blessed and thankful to be on here. Just I just am. That's what I'm.
I get it.
Oh, there's no water, girl.
I get it because it's like, I don't know. Even David's like, oh, you're friends. And he's talking about you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
He knows, I don't. He's like, oh, go. Are you going to go do your live? Are you going to go talk to your friends? He already knows. And I'm like, when he's watching wrestling, he knows I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do my live. And he told me the other day because my schedule's changing and I'm not gonna get out of work until the nights anymore. And so he's like, "How are you gonna do it? Like, you're gonna be so sad without your friends." I was like, "I don't know. Don't even bring it up because now you're hurting my feelings because I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure it out." But I don't know. It's sad. It's sad because where would I be where I am right now as far as the amount of weight that I've been able to lose and the amount of time that I've been able to keep it off if it wasn't for you guys? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I really don't think so.
I would not have gone through my I wouldn't have gone through my stall. My stall, I would have been like, F this, I'm done. I've done this before. And then the plateau really, I leaned heavy on y'all. Like I purposely was on YouTube, the other ones, finding people who were in plateaus. Mentally, how are they balancing? How are they still going? And the common thread was just keep taking your shot. Just keep doing it. And I was like, okay, I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. And then one lady talked about body recomposition. And she was like, you need to look into that. And I was like, dang, you might be right. Because again, it's something I wasn't familiar with. So it wasn't like it was going to be on my radar. And then eventually I realized, I'm like, oh, dang, that's me. That's what my body's doing. Physically, it's adjusting, but the scale's not moving. And so it's again, this the community. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are great. Yeah.
No, they really are.
Yeah.
Like, look, even Nicole says, even her family knows about her YouTube friends. And Felicia, my husband, says that too. You're gonna go talk to your friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's just what you guys have become,
Yeah.
And when I sit there and tell you guys that I really am invested in learning more about you too, and I also love to hear when you guys share your journey too and tell me things about you guys too. I mean it because I really consider you guys the backbone of my journey. Like if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Even though I'm the one doing the work, you guys are the ones that are pushing me through. Yeah.
Yep. I completely agree. And there was a lady who she may have been like my 5th subscriber. Love her, but she always would tell me I did it naturally, Alana. I did it naturally. And so her mindset was if she could do it naturally, I can do it too because I have a tool. And so she really, 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 really pushed me. And then, I mean, she was with me for like a year. And all of a sudden she just went silent. And I hustled to figure, and she didn't have a channel, but like I knew all kinds of stuff about her. And so I hustled and I did a little stalking to figure out where she was. And I wrote her. And her daughter reached out and said she was having some severe health issues. And she was like, but I can't believe you did all of that to check on her. Because 6 months had went by and I was like, where are you? Where are you?
Right? Like, where'd you go? Are you okay?
Yeah, and she was older. She was an older lady, but she walked 2 miles a day, and I knew her meal plan. And for her to just disappear, I was just like, oh, where'd she go? How's Otis? I'll say that. Her dog's name was Otis. And I was like, how's Otis? And I reached out. It's family. And I need to know how you're doing.
No, I agree.
And I figured if they log on to our channels, that's because they want to know how we're doing. And I feel the same. I want to know how y'all are doing.
Yeah. But it's getting really hard to keep up with everybody. It's getting really hard. And to still keep creating videos and keep up with everybody, it was very, very hard. But I do the best I can where I can.
Yeah.
And Sandra, your family too. Are you watching your friends?
Yeah.
See, we're all in this together, and we really are. Yep, the same. I'd be tickled. They're complaining. My daughter finally told them that apparently she had found her tribe. She gets reciprocation from them.
Yes, I was on it.
Yeah, look, Alonda, you have such a kind soul, even though you're a detective and scary at the same time. Like, don't ever do me wrong because I will find you.
Yeah. And that's why with my daughter's situation, I'm like, girl, you should have known. You've seen me do some stuff. You should know. Yeah. I do, and I care a lot. And I just need to know people are okay. So.
I get it. Yeah. Like, I feel like if I disappeared today, people would be like, Inspector Gadget on me too. Like, where is she? I would hope that some of you guys do.
Well, and then I had to be funny because, I texted you and I was like, can you send me your address? Because my first instinct was to go Inspector Gadget and just figure it out. But then I was like, she might be like, how the hell she get my information?
But you have my address.
I didn't know I did not know I had it. Like, I thought the stuff I got was from when I met with you. It wasn't until I was writing the address when I was like, oh, I know this. Oh. And then I looked at my phone and was like, oh yeah, I do this.
That's why I thought it was weird you were asking. I was like, whatever. Just a reminder.
I was just gonna go into Alonda mode and figure it out. And I was like, she might be like, this woman just sent me a package and I never gave her my information. Can show all my cards.
I'd be coming to Texas just saying. See, Nicole will just show up. And I told Nicole too that she's going to be afraid of me because when she goes to do her surgery, this is before all her emergencies happened, that I was going to show up. I was like, what hospital are you going to be at? Because I want to come fight you. Because I mean, you have to. I don't know. You have to. And I can fly for free, so why not?
That's a love.
You sent me a text already. You already know I have to put my phone on do not disturb or I will get distracted by ooh, girl, look at that. Harjorie knows if she sends me a picture on live, it's gonna get shown.
Oh,
look at how pretty. Oh, look at your hair. Look at that. Why is that a problem, girl? I would cry. I would die having that puppy. What you mean? That's a problem. That is not a problem, girl. I mean, for you, it's a problem for you because you don't like it, but it's not a problem for me. I'd be calling a welfare check.
That's what it's called.
And I told my friend you were coming to check on me.
I'm just really check on you.
You guys already know. Like, I really mean it when I tell you guys, like, tell me all about how your week is going, good, bad, ugly. I just want to be there to support you the way that you support me. I seriously, that's why it comes just out so naturally because I mean it. I mean it with all of my heart. And when I tell you guys that I really have you guys in my prayer journal and I really pray about you guys every day. If I know specific things about you, it's in there. If I don't, got your name. If I don't even know your name and I just know your handle, it's in there too. It doesn't matter because I really, really, really could not have gotten even to where I am right now without you guys. I really couldn't.
I get it.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. But Alonda, I have kept you very long, and I don't want to. I know you have a life. I don't, but I know you do.
Clothes to fold.
Yeah,
a lot of clothes, like 4 baskets of clothes to fold. Because I told my kids, I'll wash all your, because they're doing that mission right now. So I was like, I'll wash all your clothes, fold and put it up. I'm about to fold clothes.
Well, that was nice. That was very, very nice of you. But I don't know. We got to do it again. We could do it on your channel next time. And yeah, maybe we'll have a different story next time. Like maybe we'll be like, you know what? Forget all that stuff I said about the hard stuff. It's all easy now. It's all easy now. I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. But I appreciate you agreeing to talk about all the aspects of this journey because there's so many of them.
There really is.
And I appreciate you being honest about your journey as well.
Well, you have no idea how much you've inspired me just to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And
Thank
it's
you.
like, okay, if Alanda can, who she has 6 kids and she has a bunch of kids at school, then Delila can. Because
Yes.
Delila don't have no responsibilities in life. She could do it. It's fine.
Life is life. Life has responsibilities.
Yeah. So, Alanda, I just want to give you a digital hug.
I was like, please make sure she does that.
I don't usually do it on my lives. Every video I do. And I didn't do it. I did not do it on this last video. I had to come back in and re-record an end because I said, because it was just too hard for me recording that video, right? So then I said, when I'm over here in my pajamas, I was like, I don't care. Let's just, you guys, I had to come back just for that. And I'm like, I had to. I didn't feel right. I was editing the video and I didn't feel right. And I was like, I have to come and edit.
I would tell you that's what made me click subscribe because you said, let me give you my digital hugs. And I was like, subscribe. Yeah. 2 hugs.
And people, I've talked about it before. People have asked me, like, where did that come from? It comes from when I was in school. Well, I was like 20, right? But I was in a trade school and my teacher was sick. She had cancer. And when she wouldn't be feeling good and stuff, I would see the pain on her face and I wanted to hug her and I knew I couldn't. And so I would stand there and I'd be like, air hugs from far away. And that's where it started. And since then, it's always been something I do to people. And I'm like, I don't know, because I wanted to hug her so bad and I couldn't, that I had to find another way. And now that's what I do with you guys. So that's where it comes from.
But I do.
And she recently passed away and it was like, yeah, now it has to stay more longer.
Yeah. Heaven hugs. Heaven hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But thank you so much, Alanda, for sharing your story with us. Like, I'm sure everybody here already knew you, but still, it's not the point. The point is just to have these conversations in one place sometimes with people who understand and are going through the same thing. They're just so important, and we should have more of these. But thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you so much. Is there anything you want to say to close out?
No. I just appreciate everybody. And yeah. You know, there's 3 times I almost cried on your channel. I'm gonna get my life together. I'm gonna fold some clothes.
I think we just cause it here. I think it's just in the air. Like anytime you come over here, it's just in the air and you're gonna have to cry. If you have not cried, then you're not paying attention. But I adore you and I cannot wait to see you soon. Would you say in October?
No, girl. I thought F1 was in Dallas. I just kept saying F1's in Dallas. I even started booking a hotel in Dallas, and my son told me it's in Austin, Mom.
The other direction.
Yeah.
That's all right. We'll figure something out.
Okay. And my daughter's been up there like 2 or 3 times, but it's always with school on a weekday, and so we don't go. So, yeah, but we will get up there. Yeah.
Well, when it's in the summer, I don't work Tuesdays or Wednesdays all summer. So
I got you. I will be coming up there. I really am. I got several people I gotta give real hugs to.
Well, there you go. And I can't wait to get mine in real life. Yes. But I hope you have a great day and a wonderful time folding your laundry.
Trust me, if y'all saw it, you'd be like, that is not in your character. It's the week of stepping out of character.
That's all right. And you, for those of you that don't know, every time I can't stop moving, my back is killing me. Otherwise, I would stay. But my back is hurting so bad, so I can't sit still. I have a patch on and everything, but so I'm going to go lay down, but I adore you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.